Hello viewers, back with MMDHelp here. This time I'm going to show you some slight animations. So, I'm just going to load Miku again. Your time frame is very important for when it comes to animation. So, I'm going to show you something simply and easy. So, what you can do is just select your arm. Register it now. It is registered at this angle at the 0th frame. Now, you can go to the 10th or 15th frame and rotate it up. Hit register again. Now, we're going to go and put it back down. So go to 30th frame and put it down. And hit register. Now, go into the play box, 0, go to 30. If you want, you can hit repeat, which will just make her keep waving her arm up and down, but when you hit play, she moves her arm. So one thing you need to know before we get into anything is some things to do with the IK bones. There are 3 bones. No matter how much you manipulate, they won't do anything if you have your physics on. So your physics, gravity. It's what makes her hair move when she moves. You can turn your physics on by your physics operation to any time and it will always move. Now, when I have only play on and hit select, I've got a lot of bone manipulation I can use. I can move her tie, her hair, and her skirt. When you turn the physics on, some of those bones disappear. That's because they move on their own. However, if you have it on no calculation and have her move, nothing moves. This is where you can move these little square bones and they will do whatever you wish. So, as example, I will move her hair slightly, hit register. And then during that frame, her hair will move over. But if I go into any time, that is not the case. They sit there and bobble. So, now that you know about that, I'm going to show you some really neat tricks. So, let's say you do not like any of this animation, and to go in there and move it all yet done, click in here, it gets really irritating. You can come down here. Your frames only go up to 30, so hit 0 through 30. If you hit the range select, it selects everything. Then you can just delete it, and she will have no more data in there. So one thing I'm going to show you is something that happens to people a lot of times, and I'm going to show it through blinking. So I'm going to say on the 10th frame, I want her eyes to be closed. So I'm going to close them. And when you play, she blinks. But let's say you want her eyes open here, up to the 5th frame. But as you get to the 5th frame, they're already squinted. That's because over here, they're still open, and during that time frame, they are still closing. So if you want this to not happen, you go to the 5, or wherever before you want her to blink, and open them and hit register. Now during the 0 through 5th frame, her eyes do not move, and then they start to move. To make her open her eyes, just slide it back and hit register. I wouldn't do it by another 5 frame because it's a blink. Just like that, perfect. Sorry if you hear my dogs. That is a very important tip that personally a lot of people don't really know, especially if you type in my first MMD video. You'll find a lot of moving limbs that shouldn't be moving at that time. So, let's say you want her arms down. Let's move them down. And then you hit register. You only have registered one, so make sure you either hit select all or unregister. Now both of them are registered, and by the 20th frame, her arms go down. Now let's say you wanted her to move slightly, kneeling. And then she's going to move back up. You can easily just hit the reset button or adjust it yourself. Quick movements will sometimes make physics glitch, easily fixed by just going to click on any time again. Now, so the 20th frame is far away from the 0, but slowly she still bends, very slowly, when it comes to playing. So what you would have to do to prevent that, if you don't want her to bend yet, is you would go to that bone, reset it, register. Now she won't squat throughout up to the 15th time frame. Very nice. Now she's kind of bouncing. Good. So, those kind of quick movements are all very important when it comes to data. A very easy thing to do before you have her squat, so you don't have this problem of setting it here and having to do it here, is before you go and set it at that 25th frame, hit select all and register. These register every single bone that's in that position, and then you can go on again. So, select all, register, and then you can have her move, and from that time frame point, she will not move earlier than that. So that is the most helpful tip that I could ever give to you. This goes also the same with your facial manipulation. So, have fun. I will show you some more clips on how to save any of your motion that you like, or even more fun, posing. Say if you wanted to keep that pose. In my next video, I will show you how. So, thanks for watching. Tune in next time. MMDHelp.